Hello, my beautiful friends. Yesterday, Nintendo dropped some new stuff for Mario Luigi Brothership. Instead of like doing a big trailer, though, they did like kind of a little trailer for social media, and then kind of dropped little bits of info and various screenshots and clips on like the Japanese website. We're kind of having like gather them all up from all over. So right now we're gonna go over like the little bits and pieces, and then we'll just turn over to the trailer itself. Right here, we got the name of the area that the game takes place in, Concordia, which again I will point out is quite funny. They did this the very same day that Concord they announced that they were shutting that down. It's funny. It's funny, right? But we got some names for other islands in this area: Rumbla Island, Twisty Island, Lotta Coins Island. I imagine that's some sort of casino kind of thing. And then Desolate Island, which I believe is the desert we see in some of this footage. So that is pretty cool. And then over here, Nintendo Life has done a great job kind of gathering up all of them bits and pieces we were talking about. Most of it is stuff that we have seen. There's some really nice little shots of that's kind of cool. That's cool. I like that. You got like the ice and the fire thing. That's pretty neat over there. There seems to be a lot of variety in all the different islands, but we'll talk more about that in a bit. Let's just kind of oh yeah, here. So we got info. Battles with aggressive monsters await on each island. The key to victory. Okay, that's nothing. It gives us some stuff about the enemies. So I mean, this game, its whole thing, like the people who live here seem to be little like plug sockets, which is weird. I mean, it's a game where Mario and Luigi sail on a ship to different islands, and then just for some reason, plugs. I don't know why that's the theme. But I love it, and it seems that the bad guys are like, is this like a Skeksis and Ancients situation, like Dark Crystal? Like the good guys are plug sockets and the bad guys are plugs themselves, but they almost seem to be like weird, like proprietary ones. It almost looks like a console controller plug or something. I'm not really sure. What's that? There's just like plugs right there. Is that going to be like a part of the gameplay? There's going to be some little gimmick that uses like plugs in battle. I don't really know. I haven't looked into it. And we got this image. I don't think this is in the trailer of a bros attack where they seem to be pumping and I don't know, creating this thundercloud or something. That's pretty cool. And here we go. It's not just the monsters living on the island that stand in Mario and his friends' way. There's also and his friends. His name is Luigi. It's his brother. There's also a trio calling themselves the Boldrud Squad. So we've seen these guys in the trailer. And a suspicious character giving orders from behind the scenes. Although details have not been revealed, it seems that they will also be involved in a fierce battle against these people who operate behind the scenes of Concertal Land. I don't know if that's an area in the game or if that's a translation of Concordia Island. I really don't know, because yeah, these are all from Japanese. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting these people right here. Oh, and then of course this right here is not just an image; it's a video. So we get a little just a little taste of a bro's attack. So that's fun. Oh, we got a couple of them here. They look so good. They're really going all out with the 3D animation. They're clearly enjoying it. Oh, it just looks incredible. It looks so good. One more time. It just feels awesome. So fluid. They're like jello. I love them. Anyway, that's that. And so now I'll just run the trailer a few times. We'll just kind of talk about the overall trailer. I'm not gonna like pick apart all the little details or anything, but I've got a few takeaways from this trailer. One thing that really stands out is just how populated this world seems to be. It's putting a really big emphasis on these places and the people that live there. And this is really, really key, because I feel like if you look at all of the Mario RPGs and kind of, I don't know, if you want to like kind of split them between the ones that are a little more beloved by the fans and then the ones that are, you know, the ones that have problems, I think one really big issue with the more divisive ones is less of a sense of place, less of a sense of being lived in. You know, Sticker Star didn't really have any like towns to speak of, and then like Color Splash had kind of one town, And then like Origami King brought back the idea of like a bunch of different towns with people who live there. And I'm just saying, like, I think that's really important. I think that's really important for the feel of a game, and that's why Origami King felt better than Color Splash, which felt better than Sticker Star. The idea that in this weird, silly Mario place, there are people who live here, it's just really important to the feel of the game. And these little plug people, they seem to be all over the place. And this trailer just shows such a wide variety of locations. And in all of these places, we just see people. And it's not just plug people. It's all sorts of NPCs. We can see them in the background. I mean, it's classic Mario and Luigi. It's Mario and Luigi through and through. It is not compromised in any way. And I know we've talked about this endlessly, you know, the whole Mario creative limitation thing, and it's just I don't know, it's just good to get another confirmation that it's I mean, I guess if anything, this is even more, because before we mostly saw these like plug people, and now like in the background of some of these images you can just see these weirdos, just you know, it's like weird NPCs just kind of sitting there waiting for you to come along. I'm sure they'll give you dialogue and quests and all that stuff, and it's just fantastic. So much variety, such a lived-in kind of place, and yeah, now we're seeing there's multiple different islands with different stuff. It kind of seems like this is all collectively Concordia. So I imagine you'll find these people and these NPCs all over the place, not just like in one main area or hub or whatever. And then again, on variety, just, I mean, you know, it should come as no surprise that a Mario game would have a number of different biomes and areas, levels, and whatnot. But I don't know, it just feels really good to see. You know, the initial trailer, it always shows so little, and then this just really digs down into all the cool different places. You know, the social media post it's cute. It's like a little greeting card, postcard you send home to your friends or whatever. It's a cute angle. You know, obviously travel is kind of a big thing here, a little similar to Super Mario Odyssey. I'm a little bummed that we didn't see anything about the ship itself. I feel like that's going to be the final thing. You know, this was trailer number 2, gave you a little bit more of a taste of the world. I still feel like there's probably, okay, the ship itself, like, you know, navigating the ship, I don't know what that's gonna look like. It could be that all these are selected from a menu or whatever, or something. I don't know if there's gonna be like a real, like, hands-on sailing game between these places. I kind of suspect there might be at least something along those lines, and that's I'm eager to see that. I think the ship is just really cool. That's, you know, we talked about that in the first trailer. That's just an element I love. It's this big ship. It's like made of land, and it's got stuff growing on. It's just a really cool idea. Maybe that'll be like the pre-launch trailer is when they'll finally give us that. And then I still feel like we're missing something gameplay-wise. In combat, I feel like we're gonna get some little thing, and something to do with the plugs or electricity or something like that. You know, they like to introduce new elements. It's hard for me to believe that this would just be a really basic Mario and Luigi game, just in 3D. It's Nintendo. They always throw in at least some little teeny tiny extra thing, a new type of Bros attacks or something. I'm not really sure. And then the Bros attacks, I mean, like, just what can I say? We've only seen a few, and they just look so, I'm literally just like watching them again and again. They look so good. The characters look so fluid, and I mean, all the way back on the Game Boy Advance, they were always so fun to do because they were so visual. It was so tactile. The feedback, especially when you land the timings, it's this incredible feedback. It's so crunchy and good. It feels incredible every time you pull it off. And now seeing it in 3D, seeing it with all these extra fancy effects, like, I have no doubt it's gonna be a big thing. They're gonna get crazy, especially like the further you go on through the game. And of course, like in the story, you'll probably have, like, you know, scenario specific ones. It's gonna be nuts, and I absolutely can't wait. The visual flair is just, it's cranked up to 11. And then speaking of visuals, I could be imagining this. I feel like even just in the few months since they gave us the initial trailer, they've applied just a little tiny bit of extra polish. I'm not 100% sure. I've not combed through all of the pixels quite yet. I feel like especially in the wider environmental shots, there just seems to be like this extra little layer of like, I think it's just in the lighting. I think that's really it. Just there's something about the lighting. It feels, I don't know. There was something very, very slightly unfinished about the initial trailer. Like maybe just a pinch. And yet everything here just looks that much just smoother, just nicer, looks that much more done. And I don't know, the world is it's so colorful, it's so visual, it's so fun. I'm almost at a loss for words. It looks so great. I will repeat what I said about the first trailer, that it looks perfect. As a Mario and Luigi game, even as the first home console 3D Mario and Luigi game, it just looks perfect. It's everything I could possibly want. It looks phenomenal in every way, and with trailer number 2, it looks even more phenomenal than it did before. I was already pretty much maximum excited, and now I am that much more maximum excited. There's just already something so joyous about the series. It's just got this wonderful energy, and I haven't been consistent with the series, and I still haven't played every game. I really need to play Dream Team, but I've always admired it. I've always absolutely admired it, and now I'm like, I am ready. I am locked in. I'm ready to buy this and just dive into it day one. I just absolutely cannot wait. Nintendo's got a lot of different series, and I've got so many just varying opinions on the series and so many games, and sometimes I love a game, but there's like this little thing about it I wish was different, or this or that, or sometimes it's just like, oh boy, I wish they weren't going in this direction, but just mwah, right there, this is it. This is right here. It's one I can just be confident in. Obviously, I won't know until I get my hands on it, but I have no reason to believe this will be anything less than as good of a Mario and Luigi game as I could hope for. And that's a really, really good feeling. I really cannot wait. We're only 2 months away now. At this point, literally my only worry is going to be having enough time to finish Zelda and do that review before this game comes out. There's such a tight window there. So, oh boy, we'll see.